Welcome back to the series of Office Hacks. It's a podcast where we have people in the startup ecosystem where they are leaders or either mentors or an incubation manager, which we have right now. And this is the first season for our podcast, and it's a special podcast because in the first season we're gonna have people, women leaders who are dominating this field. So that's what this season is going to be about. And first, I'm Mahima, and I'll be your host for this series. And we have two wonderful women out there, and we have them right here. And I want you to introduce yourselves. We start with you, ma'am.
Yes. Myself Sangeeta. I work as program lead at AIC Rise. I support startups in facilitating funds, and I manage the incubation cohorts. That is what I do at AIC Rise.
Okay. I'm Mahima and everyone. So this is Jayashree here, product development and innovation engineer at AIC. I work in the product development phase of the product startups, and I also take care of the fabrication lab at AIC.
So how long has it been since you joined AIC?
It's been like a year for me, but my connection to AIC is pretty long. I'm traveling within like around past 3 years, from 2023 onwards.
Okay, 2023. It's been a bit long actually. So how did you come into incubation startup ecosystem? Like what drew you? Like how did it become possible for both of you? Let's bring it like a discussion.
Yeah. So myself, it started from my fourth year of my UG degree, where I wanted to select any one particular course in my final semester. I chose agribusiness management. I usually go for agri incubation center in my college for the entire 6 months of my semester. While I'm going there, I usually get very much interested in hearing a lot of ideas and work with a lot of founders. That drew me here to work in incubation center to hear a lot of ideas and the incubation center, how they are getting support, how they are starting this business, and what are the part they are struggling. I get to know to the entire journey of their startup.
It gives a taste of everything of how a business starts.
How they fail, how they win, how they struggles, and how they are coming back from that.
Yes.
So these are the part I'm very much interested, and I get into this.
Okay. How about you?
Yes, me, as I told you, I'm traveling with AIC like from 2023 onwards. AIC is my first outstation hackathon actually.
Okay.
I'm a hackathon going girl. I have went to many hackathons.
Okay.
So luckily when I ended up at AIC my companies, both the products won first and second place over here.
Okay.
So I was in my UG degree at engineering at that time. So they offered us the internship as a prize. So we chose that. It's not anything about technical, but somehow we are interested into making as a startup. I studying as a startup in the upcoming study. So we thought that okay, why don't we get an internship offer there? Why don't we accept the offer and why don't we work with them so that we will get more knowledge about this ecosystem? So luckily, it went really great. We had 2 months of internship. We got to know lots about startup ecosystem. And like the outcome is at the end, they even made us register our startup.
Oh, inside AIC.
Yes.
Okay.
So later it went like I started to continue with my company, and after a point of many hackathons, it goes like okay, it's completely revenue based. I'm not working in my sole product that what interested me to build a startup.
Okay.
So I started to do work on AI, ML, IoT based services and consultancy for other startups and B2B sectors.
Okay.
So yes, but I was not so passionate about that later on. I wanted to exit, take a break for some time. So I stopped that and I came to AIC race, just don't want to get exit this ecosystem actually. Still much more passionate about this entrepreneurship, ecosystem, innovations, all these things. So I just ended up here like that. It's going great actually.
Okay, that's actually lovely to hear both of you how you came from as a college student, and I guess college is what decides our the base sets the base, and I see a great example. So, so this podcast is mainly because for a reason, as you know, it's Women's Day. So I want you to tell a mentor or one who influenced a woman who influenced you to do all these things, all these great things which you are doing right now.
A mentor kind of a thing means not particularly for this journey. I will always admire a person which to teach me my 11th and 12th standard maths. So she is a perfectionist and she loves the way what she does. What she always does, she personally get in touch with all the students, even professionally and personally, whatever the wrong we do, she take care of us in different way. I like the way she get touch with people. So this is a person I admire most apart from this entrepreneurship.
Okay.
I would say it's my Amma.
Yeah.
Even if it's a personal life, whatever I am in my professionalism right now is all inspired from her actually. She's a MCOM gold medalist. My daddy, after they got married, they started with a 1.5k salary.
Okay.
But later on, my mother built that into an empire, what we have right now. She built that, she saved the money slowly. She know where to invest, how to save, all those things. And now we are sustainable and we are self-sustainable. Like even though we don't go for jobs, we have rents. We take rent so that our revenue is static right now.
She basically took you from.
And from that, what I learned is she started from scratch and took us where we are right now. So, and I have also seen that the sacrifices she made for that. அவங்க நிறைய விஷயத்துல இந்த ஜேர்னிக்காகவே வந்து இதோட ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிஸ் எல்லாம் இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்றதுக்காகவே she quit her job and she sacrificed that and she became a housewife. She started to completely dedicate herself to the family. Meanwhile, she slowly built this empire. Daddy's part is giving us love. He earns money for us. He does all that. But mommy's soul was something very huge that inspired and brought business mindset to me. And I admire her the way she is stubborn for. She is so stubborn, but she is stubborn only for the right things. She knows for what she should be stubborn, for what she should be easygoing. Those kind of things really inspire me in my professional life as well as in my decision making skills.
And I believe that it's all the characteristics and the attributes which our startup founders should have. Yeah, so that's how it all starts, right? You become resilient, you become adamant in what you want to have. Even though everybody says, no, your idea is, it's not working, it's not going to work. I guess that attitude kind of came from your mother. Okay, that's great. So, moving on to the next sector. You guys are front face of the incubation centers which you're working right now. So I want to know what are the background works which you do, which other founders may not know as like in the first place. What are the behind the scenes which happens inside the place?
Actually, founders like before when we come here, myself and Sangeeta was having a discussion about this.
Yeah.
Like how they incubate, how the founders approach the incubation centers. The way they come here, they ask for funds.
They only come for that.
Are the place where, like a bank kind of thing for entrepreneurs, I guess.
Oh my god.
They come here for seeking funds. But they just don't know what are the other opportunities that Sangeeta might say that we have.
When the startup is coming in, first time they are coming in, 80% of the startup founders mindset will, when we get into the incubation center, we'll get grants, we'll get funds. That is the mindset startup will bring. But apart from that, we will validate their idea first. Starting from the idea validation, we'll give mentorship to refine their idea, what will work, what will not work, and after refining their idea, we will provide the lab facilities for developing their product, either credits or lab facilities, equipments, etc. We will provide them and will make the startup to develop their product, the final product, and will also make them to pilot their product with our connection networks, either corporates or industries, etc. And in this space only the funding comes in.
Okay.
So that is the funding time for the right.
She correctly quoted that they think the incubations are the banks of
Yes.
it's not True. Okay. So, how do you evaluate a startup? So, is it because of their traction or the idea or the team? How do you actually evaluate them?
First comes the right founder mindset and their attitude. So,
Oh.
what the founder thinks about this idea, how it's going to execute this plan. That the founder has the mindset to. If it failed, if the startup fails to, he need to has the mindset to come back again with the right solution or right strategic thinking that the other advises him. That is the only thing a founder should have. If the founder have that mindset, then the other things are rest. The idea, the traction, the incubation center exists for that only. We will help them to refine their idea, help them to get into the market, and etc. etc. But the founder should be ready to do that all.
So, you will primarily seek a person who is ambitious to do all these things.
Yes.
And adamant to do all these things, right?
If the leader is correct, the crowd will automatically be correct. So if the leader, the founder who's going to lead them, if he or she is perfectly in the right mindset and in a good attitude, obviously the entire company is going to follow that, the lead they are going to do this. So coming to the ideation part, so I would say that founder, traction and idea.
Okay, it all comes with that.
Yes, it's up to me, it's my perspective. So as she told, the founder's mindset and attitude is very important that no incubation center, not another person can change. ஐந்தில் வளையாது ஐம்பதில் வளையாது.
So other things you can say the traction, you can see the idea.
The traction, the idea. As an incubator, we can provide them mentorship, as Anita told. We can help them in the funds, piloting, lots of opportunities we can give them. But when it is not, the founder is not in the right mindset or not asking the right questions or not in the right track, we can't do anything with that. The founder is very important.
Okay. Speaking of ambitious founders, who are the women founders, startup founders who comes to your mind on a second from your incubation?
Yes, in this second, we recently ASIS hosted a 2 grand challenge. One of the grand challenge is called Climate Resilience Grand Challenge. Sorry, just a pass. We recently hosted a grand challenge. We came up with an idea called Carvalum. What she does is using microalgae. The microalgae will absorb the polluted air around this particular space. It will convert into the breathable air. That is what she does. She also has a patent for that. The other person who will collect the home waste, and she will convert it into the cooking gas. So these are the women founders at ASIS are changing the waste into wealth and converting the atmospheric pollution into the breathable air. That is what they do at ASIS.
I see a change of mindset. Okay, so people say that men are more into this tech things and all this AI and ML, and women are most emotionally connected with nature and giving back to the society. That's why we have a lot of hospitality things or hospitality startups or sanitary startups or something related to nature or giving back, conservation startups, something related to all that. So people want to give back to the society, especially women. Is that what you think? Do you agree with me on that part?
Yeah, I do agree with that. Few
Women mostly tend to do these things
Yes, I agree with that because we also see a lot of tech startups into our incubation center where it will join with the main co-founder who will take care of the technical part. The woman will take care of the business part, marketing part, etc.
The management part.
Yes.
Okay. The people management part.
Yes. Okay. And also the business execution, strategic planning, etc.
That's actually working pretty well too. Because we see many of our successful startups are working in that mode. Like both the founder and co-founder is like the technical part, as she told, is being taken care of the men, and the women is taking care of the business and the marketing part. As well as the women founders are much more into this waste management, cooking innovations they can make, those kind of things. We can see that women entrepreneurs changing their lifestyle into this entrepreneurship by just seeing these kind of if they are saying agarbattis, I saw a startup who is converting this flower waste into agarbattis. We are seeing startups who are converting some of the waste management stuff into packing, usable packing sheets, atom says. Lots of startups take them. So they are
And you
doing
can
lots of
also see
change.
the live example in this podcast itself. She is a founder. She will handling the whole business part, and her co-founder handles the tech part.
Okay. So I guess I correctly guess that thing, right? And speaking of industry-wise stuff, do you see a shift in the industries where women entrepreneurs work right now than what it had 20 years ago? Do you see a shift? Maybe they might have been working in some other industries, but now they are slowly shifting. What kind of industries do you think might have this?
Actually, I'm not sure about the women founders way before the 20 years ago. I'm recently into this ecosystem. I'm seeing a lot of women entrepreneurs are jumping into this ecosystem. They have a consistent mind to build their product. What they want, they are doing it. So that is what I see. I just think there is no comparison between the 12-year-old woman founder and they always have that consistency in their mind, what they want to do.
Yes, yes.
Recently, they are yesterday I met the startup. What they told is the women right now, they are just not into teaching. Like, first time வந்து நம்ம ஊர்ல வந்து
Yes, that's exactly what I'm
பசங்க வந்து ஸ்கூலுக்கு அனுப்புனதுக்கு அப்புறம் like when women get pregnant at that time itself most of the women starts quitting their job. நம்மளோட சொசைட்டில it's happening. ஸோ அது நடந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் பாப்பா பர்த் எல்லாமே கம்ப்ளீட் ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் they start to do tuitions. Taking tuitions has become one of their part of their
Stimulus, yeah.
நிறைய பேர் மாவு செல் பண்றாங்க. They are just doing whatever அவங்க வீட்ல என்ன பண்ண முடியும். You can see lots of time. சென்னையில போனீங்கன்னா வீட்டு வாசல்லே ஒரு அத்தோ ஷாப். You can see மாவு விற்பாங்க. Just குழம்பு பேக் பண்ணி they are selling it. They are doing that, but இப்போ they are shifting into entrepreneurship. They are coming into waste management. They are coming into tech. They are coming into recycling. இந்த ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு பிசினஸா மட்டும் இல்லாம இந்த entrepreneurship ecosystem ஒரு ஷிஃப்ட் தான். இப்போ இருக்க இந்த மூமெண்ட்
ஸ்டார்ட் அப் அப்படிங்கிறது.
எஸ் எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. ஜஸ்ட் இந்த மாதிரி டியூஷனோ மாவு கடையோ இல்லாம நம்ம இதுலயே வந்து ஆட்டோமேட்டிக் டெக் ஸ்டார்ட் அப்ஸ் அது உருவாகுது. We have a startup recently called Anytime Mavu, who is automating the mavu making process itself. அதை வந்து பேக் பண்ணி செல் பண்ற ப்ராசஸையும் அவங்க வந்து ஒரு மாவு வெண்டிங் மிஷினா ரெடி பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Everything it happens inside that vending machine.
So there are startups. There is a shift from manually doing it. Now they are automating.
Now it is automated.
It's startup entrepreneurship compared to just business in a time period.
Have you faced any? I know you are in a leadership position. So have you faced any difficulties in that sort of way where it is mainly male dominated? So in a room full of male, how do you take the authority? How do you do that?
No, I personally feel there is no like that kind of difficulties I face in this journey as I work in AIS, right? I have every right to tell my opinion wherever it needed. If it not work, I can openly say this is not work. This is my suggestion. They are ready to hear. Our fellow men are ready to hear. They will execute that. They will sit and hear. They will execute that. So I personally not felt any difficulties in this ecosystem and being working at AIS, right? I didn't feel any difficulties.
What is the mindset of a founder where you have always didn't want to face? Like, this is not a good mindset for a founder. Do you have any attributes that they shouldn't be like that?
As an incubation
Have you seen
center,
anyone in
yes, yes, we have seen a lot of people like that. What I can say is we are ready to support in whatever way we could. We can ready to support in mentorship or even in product development facilities or funding, making them a right plan and everything. But the founders task is to make their product ready. They need to focus only on the product development. That is what we demand. But some founders will see that point, that also from an incubation center. When they approach us, we need to make them product ready. We need to make them the team to say that everything. Few founders, not all. Few founders will expect everything from the incubation center.
Yeah, but I also have a doubt. When learning about incubation centers, I felt like incubation centers will be a place where it have to spoon feed everything to the startups. So it shouldn't become like that, right? So how do you put a balance between not spoon feeding and spoon feeding? How do you cut a balance like that?
For example, recently Sangeeta Sonamari, we had a starter who was like proposal drafting உங்களுக்கு நாங்க help பண்ணுவோம், which is called as we can teach you strategies. We can correct your proposal.
Okay.
But what they expect is they want us to sit and write a proposal line by line. That's what they are expecting. But it can't be done. We are not someone who are like, as we spoke earlier, we are not a bank. We are not someone who will give you everything. We are not like founders, we will save you. Founders think that if they have some tax issues, we will contact the incubation center. Founders are like, if we have some immediate problems, if we are into customs issue, we will call the incubation center. No, we are not someone who can save you. But incubators like us, we are someone who can accelerate your ideas, who can accelerate your startup and their position they are in right now. We will educate them. This needs some awareness to them. The only thing is we just sit with them one-on-one, discuss with them. This is a proposal, these are the benefits, and this has to be done to you. What are the benefits you are doing, and what is our role in this very clearly.
You have to sit and tell them everything.
We have to sit and tell them a one-on-one conversation in a way that they understand, in their likable terms. That's how it works.
That's how you strike a balance. Okay. So, what mindset shift a person has to have before entering into entrepreneurship? Sorry, what are the mindset shift they should go through before coming into the business or starting anything?
Okay, mindset in the sense he need to accept the reality. If it works means it's fine. If it does not work, if some expert is giving some suggestion, he needs to hear that first and he need to accept that the reality and he need to change according to that. That mindset is really important from the founder, because some founder will we know them idea, somebody will work on it, and we know this, if this correction is made now, this startup is work. If we give him a suggestion now, the startup should accept. So there should not be adamance in that.
Okay.
I know everything. இந்த வழியில தான் நான் ஒர்க் பண்ணணும், எனக்கு இதுக்கு மட்டும் கைட் பண்ணுங்கிற மைண்ட் செட்ல இருந்தாங்கன்னா it will not work.
என்ன கேட்டா, I would like to add 2 points on this. I will say that the first thing is, generally people think that whether they are ready to do it, are we ready to do it, there will be a question.
Self-doubt.
எனக்கு அது இருந்துச்சு. When I wanted to work on a particular product, I was like asking me a question that, am I ready to do it? Am I ready to do it? But I see that a formula that you are ready to do it. Chemical தண்ணி விட்டா நீச்சல் தெரிஞ்சிடும். It is like that. So people should stop asking that question and they must start trying that. Instead of asking, am I ready to do it? How can I work this out? How can I make this happen? It should be thought in that.
Should be open to all the thoughts.
Exactly. And also, as she told, founders should be enough flexible and open-mindedness.
Exactly.
They should be, if an incubator suggests something, they must be open-minded to accept. We are not saying that they must accept it, but they must consider that.
Thoughts too.
It's good.
At the end of the day, we are also trying to give the suggestion to success that particular startup. So they need to listen us.
And the other thing is like, especially women entrepreneurs, we are like people with OCD.
Exactly.
We want top to be completely done perfect.
Yeah.
It should be very perfect, and we will have this feeling. I am giving a job to someone. I used to go and check it very often. Is it done? Like, is it done correctly? Is it done? It's like, is it done the way I want it? It is much more like that. But sometimes it's not like you can see everything. You have to shift your role. You have to focus on that specific role. Let the highest suitable members trust those suitable members let them do it. If there's anything not going in a correct way, at that time we have to interfere. But not at each and every step of the output, in the process itself.
It's actually nice to hear all the real life experiences from it. It's kind of a shock to me because I'm new to this. So we are kind of ending the podcast right now. So
Before we end, what is the point you decided you need to get into a startup and you work into the startup?
Oh, okay. So I was looking into roles which will give me a proper growth. So I see startup is one way to do that because they are the ones, as the name suggests, it's a startup. So I was a fresher. So I felt like, so consider myself as a startup. I want to start here, and when the startup gets big, my professional growth will be somewhere from here to there. I'll have more connections, I'll have more professional growth along with the growing with the startup. So that's why I just to come to Kama. So speaking of that, do you think enablers facilities like Kama help in what way to the startup? How do you think they are
Already, I think Kama is associated with days, right? They are helping us in a lot of way, we in regards of co-working and even booking, etc., etc. And we are looking for the long term because we are already in talk with your CEO Gautam sir in means of adding on futures in your Kama. We are ready to use that platform, whatever the add-ons you are bringing, the features you are bringing. We are looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's something big cooking up.
Eagerly waiting for that.
Okay, so we'll wrap up with a little rapid fire. Okay, so impact or profit, which do you think is the
As a business mindset person, I would say it's impact and profit, and it's profit first.
Okay.
For me,
Myself, it's profit.
Okay, risk or stability?
risk.
Risk as a business owner, yeah.
Stability.
Stability, okay, we see a contradiction here. Okay, mentor or investment? Mentorship or investment?
Mentorship.
Yes.
Because even bootstrapping can be done, but the investments with no right mentorship will go on way. So the right mentorship is the key.
And if we got the right mentorship, it will lead a way to the right investment.
Okay,
So it's mentorship.
Okay, so we come like that. Okay, pitch deck or prototype?
Prototype.
Prototype. No compromise.
Oh, wow, why so? I think
More than a pitch deck, prototype speaks.
okay. So
Pitch deck is something that you speak, saying that
words,
these are the things that can be done. Prototype is something that shows this is done. That speaks more.
That's all, yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so we've come to the conclusion, and I want to hear your feedback on how this went. Or do you think this? It's your first time to write, so I want to hear your thoughts on this podcast.
Okay, I think it's not only first time for you, it's first time for us too. It was a different experience and new learning too.
Yeah.
It was fun for me. It's like I'm very new to this podcast, these kind of stuff, like whichever of us. I even haven't listened to podcasts, but since I'm participating, getting to know lots of things, since it's like a discussion, we three of us are talking, but lots of useful information come on the table. It's really so good. Thank you for having us also.
Yes, yes.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you, thank you.
And rather than a formal podcast, I feel like it's a discussion between these
That's exactly what I wanted it to be. So, and we are emotional beings, right? We are emotionally driven people. We want people to be surrounded, and so that's why I wanted to get you guys closer and have it like a coffee discussion or thing. Except it's not a coffee. It will get you